Getting into a car accident is never a pleasant experience. In fact, this is something that most people would like to avoid. Of course, statistics do show that at least once every decade, all active drivers on the road in California will get into a car accident. You can probably beat the stats if you're careful enough, but are you aware of what you need to do just in case you get into a car crash? Number 1. What if I don't have car insurance, but the at-fault driver does? This one is fairly simple. California is a tort state and not a no-fault state. Therefore, the person responsible for the damages is the person who was at fault. You may still be liable insofar as you were negligent or for the amount of participation you had in causing the accident, however. This is all a matter of proof and evidence that is best handled by a lawyer. If you do not have the minimum insurance coverage required by law, however, you will not be able to recover general damages for pain and suffering. You are still entitled to medical damages and lost earnings, however. Number 2. What if I have insurance but the at-fault driver does not? In the reverse scenario that you have car insurance but the at-fault driver does not, then you should look to your own insurance policy. Do you have coverage for uninsured drivers or motorists? If you don't, you may still be able to recover by suing the at-fault driver for their assets. The problem with this is that if the at-fault driver did not have insurance in the first place, then they may not have any assets to cover your damages as well. Number 3. What is the minimum insurance required for drivers in California? The minimum insurance required are the following. Bodily injury coverage is $15,000 per person, or $30,000 per accident minimum. Property damage liability coverage is $5,000 on minimum. Uninsured motorist bodily injury coverage is $15,000 per person and $30,000 per accident minimum. Uninsured motorist property damage coverage is $3,500 minimum. Number 4. What happens if I drive without the minimum insurance? This is a violation of California's vehicle code. It depends on how you are found out. If you are caught during a random inspection, then you may be fined anywhere from $100 to $200, and your vehicle will be towed away and impounded until you pay the towing and storage fees, as well as procure the necessary insurance. If you got into an accident, whether you were at fault or not, then your license could be suspended for up to 4 years. You may procure the necessary insurance and show proof of it to the DMV during this time, and it is possible to get your license back before the suspension period is up. Furthermore, if you were at fault for the accident, then you will also be responsible for all corresponding damage, and the victim may even go after your personal assets to cover the damages. Need a doctor? If you have been in a car accident, you should see a doctor as soon as possible in order to ensure that your personal injury claims as well as your health are not jeopardized. If you need a doctor or another healthcare provider in California, call the California Injury Doctors today at 1-800-971-3627. Visit our website at californiainjurydoctors.com.